So here we are in mid-September and still don't have the updates for the Pixel devices for September. As you know, September, this is the month where we usually get a feature drop or something like that. But with Android 14 right around the corner, we still are sitting here with no update. Now, this video here is going to be a little bit different, a little bit different take than what you're normally going to see or hear about the updates for the Pixel devices and any other device out there right now, that's promising these kind of updates for these many years and, monthly updates and all that kind of stuff. And I want to include other phone brands. One in particular that everybody's like, well, they're getting it fast and they're getting it better and they're getting it this, that, and the other. So a little bit different take here. It's not really going to be on the same lines as a lot of other creators you see, because my take on it, my look on it is a little bit different when it comes to updates and stuff like that. So we are still currently on the August security patch here on the Pixel 7s, the 6s, and the 5s, and the folds, and all that kind of stuff. And do I have much of a problem with that? Not really. And I will tell you why. It's because whenever an update releases, I want it to be right. I want the update to be right. I don't want it to release too early and have all kinds of bugs and stuff like that. And it's kind of like one of those danged if you do, danged if you don't for Pixel, for Google. If they release it at the first of the month and it has bugs, has issues, complaints. Okay, if you release it in the middle of the month or it's taking a while, complaints because it didn't come out first of the month. So kind of one of those things where it's like, throw up your hands. I don't know. Now, there are some saying that now this has happened every month whenever Google does not release. I know August they released their update on time, and I think a few other months they released them on time as well. But whenever they are late, everyone wants to say Samsung's putting them out faster, they're getting updates out faster and stuff like that. Well, I only know of a couple of months this whole year where Samsung actually put an update faster than Google did. And I got a 22 Ultra. Now, I know there is some saying that their S23 Ultras have already got September security patches and stuff like that. That may be true and everything. Mine's a 22 Ultra, and I'm still on the August update. So, technically, we are mid-September, and Samsung is still no updates here, okay? And that's been that way last month. I think it may have been July. It was like into mid-August before we got the yeah. It was just, I mean, it was late, okay? And of course, someone believe me, so I'll go into these settings here and excuse the ring light. I apologize. We gotta have some light in here. I will check right now for an update, and it's not probably won't be very clear. Hopefully you can see it, but I will push the update right here. We are currently checking for an update, and you'll see it's up to date. You'll see right here, August 2023. Okay, so there is, in fact, no update available for my Samsung. True story. The only phone that I have right now with the September security patch, believe it or not, is the Blue Bold N2. Yeah, you heard me right. I was surprised when I put that phone on and I seen it had an update for September 2023. That's the only phone I mean, out of all these phones, yeah. So anyway, kind of off point there, but whatever. But I don't really get so upset. I know that everybody has their own differences, their own points of views, and I know some will say, well, if Google don't get this stuff straightened out, I'm going to go over to Samsung and blah, blah, blah. Like, updates is really going to make much of a difference, okay? I mean, getting an update every single month. First, I mean, it's like we become spoiled, okay? That's all it is. We become spoiled to getting the updates. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you got feature drops and stuff like that. We was expecting Android 14 to come through, here on the Pixel devices this month, and it has been delayed and could be delayed even into October. I don't know, which I think will be a bad thing. But if there's bugs, if there's problems, if there's issues, do you really want it released now and then have bugs and then complain about it still, or would you rather wait for it to get fixed, be right when it releases, and Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be one way or the other, but just because they don't put out their updates the first Monday of the week or first Monday of the month, is that really that big of a deal? I don't think so. As long as it gets the update, like I said earlier, I would rather an update be late and be right than to come out the first Monday of the month and have problems. So just because a month comes around and some Samsung phones are getting the update faster than Google phones are, does not necessarily mean that it's going to be that way every single month. Okay. Like I said, about 3 months, I think, out of the whole year, I have had an update faster on my 22 Ultras, only a year and a half old. Okay. And it came out faster than getting it on my Pixel devices. So, yeah, I know in different parts of the world, Samsung might release theirs faster, but here in the US, as you've seen, mine is still on August. And I point that out because it's just not that dadgum important. And it's better to have an update right and be late than be a mess just to get it out first. So, just my thoughts on the whole matter with the updates on these phones. Do I wish they were more consistent like they used to be? Yeah, because we are used to getting those updates, and especially whenever, the feature drop months and everything. But like I said, if they drop it and it's full of bugs, then what's the point? They're going to have to fix it and everything else. So that's all I got to say about this right now. Leave your thoughts down below. If it's helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Be sure to share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications for all future videos. I would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.